Welcome folks, welcome to another Let's Talk. I'm Black Templar and as you can tell by the title, it's another Blood Bowl 3 related video. Now, you may be wondering what's this all about. Well, recently on Blood Bowl's official Twitter page, the developers of Blood Bowl have actually come out and say what they're planning. And to be honest, I'm worried. So let's get into this, shall we? So what am I worried about? Well, let's start with the fact about the release date. We've now got a concrete confirmation that it's coming out in February. So that's been confirmed, which I'm happy. That means we're only about 2 months away from actually, playing the game. I'm happy with that. So we're 2 months away. However, they did announce several things they were doing, which is new competitive ladders, new seasons, and new cosmetics, which I'm all for this. I like all the changes bar one, and this is going to be the main crux of the video, and that is we're getting a battle pass. Now, how does this battle pass work, you may ask? Well, it's quite simple. It's basically Overwatch. You heard me. It's basically like the Overwatch way. 3 months where we gotta grind our ass off to get stuff. Now, they have announced though, unlike Overwatch, which is very egregious, which is saying, oh, you only get certain free stuff. From what they've said about the Blood Bowl, that you could pay for it, or you can grind your ass off to get stuff. Now, the thing is though, this is what really irks me the most. Now, the good news is about the Battle Pass, I will say, is we're guaranteed to get a faction. Every 3 months we're getting a new faction, so that's good. So that means we're gonna get new teams every 3 months. So given we're having about 12 and there's about 30 teams, so we're getting about 4 a year. So that's look like it's be the plan, 4 a year, like every 4 years, every 4 months. So 3 months we're gonna get a new team. So that's not bad, but this is where the egregious part comes in. If you buy the battle pass for that season, you get the faction right away. Or you can grind your way up to get the faction as the second last level. Now, they haven't said how many tiers or levels it is, but if I'm going to go for a guess, it's going over a 3 month period. I'm looking at probably roughly 50 to 60 levels, guessing, if it's anything like Overwatch. Because this what screams to me. This screams like Overwatch, and that's what's got me worried. Because they're saying they're trying to avoid the DLC system where you pay for it, but this is to me screaming like they want you to play like for long periods and not play any other games. What like Overwatch wants to try and do. Which, if that is the case that Blood Bowl's going towards, that's a worry to me. I don't know if it's a worry for a lot of you, but to me it's like, with the way Overwatch is being a greed fest, I'm hoping this is not the case for Blood Bowl. Because Blood Bowl is not like Overwatch, which is like widely known. Blood Bowl is more of a niche game. So this is what I've got a little bit of worry about. And they have stated though, you can get like some of the cosmetics through getting warp tokens, which you can get in-game or buy them. Now, this is also another worry about the in-game part. What's it asking us to do? Is there challenges we've got to do daily to try and get them? Or, and this is a big but, is it how many games you play? So let's say for example you play a Blood Bowl match, a league match, shall we say, and you win and you get something like, oh, I don't know, 50 Warpstone tokens just for winning the first match of the day. And you get other tokens for performing certain tasks. Let's say for example, you've got to perform 4 passes in a 4 passes in a game. So it's like, okay, so if you don't have elves or anyone who's good at passing, that could be an issue. Or is it, do so many dodges or do so many punches or do something silly? That's what we need to know. I kind of get they're trying to make the Blood Bowl like longer so people can play longer, but it also depends as well as how much is this all gonna cost, this battle pass. Because I'm gonna be honest, if it's something reasonable, let's say for example, it's like say £5 to unlock the team and unlock, you know, the premium battle pass side, I would not be too fussed on that. But if it's something egregious, say like 20 quid or higher, nah, I won't pay that, because one, that's ridiculous. You're asking me to pay practically the price of a decent DLC for that. So I know some of you might say, you know, so what? I mean, you could just get it for free. You could just grind it while you're griping. It's not the grinding part I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is, if I have to pay like lots of money to get all the factions, to me it's like, well, what's the point? You might as well just wait until, you might as well just say, look, just go DLC and just have it as a separate entity. Like have the battle pass a separate entity for your cosmetics, and you know, have the new factions as like separate DLC. But the fact that you can get them by playing the game as they quoted, but they never specifically said how. Is it through campaign you get these points? Is it through playing other people online? And what about private leagues? Do they get any bonuses for doing it? Like say for example, you know, the YouTube league I do, and let's say for example, you know, let's say I play throughout the season, which, as many of you will know, a normal regular YouTube season usually takes roughly about 3 months. I'm not kidding. It could take up to 3 months. It could take up to 2 months. It's usually between 8 to 12 weeks, right, for a season. So let's say we get no points because we're playing private league. Then what is the point? We might as well just, it's pretty much a no-win situation. And I know it sounds a bit gripey here, but you gotta hear what my concern is. This could lead to another Overwatch situation, which, as many of you know, Overwatch has been lambasted for its practices with the battle passes. Because, as many of you may not know, their newest hero, the current new hero at the time, Kimiko, was, you know, she wasn't able to get a hold of, but you had to go all the way from 0 to level 55 to get her. Whereas if you paid the battle pass there and then, you just got her straight off the bat, which to me, that's massive egregiousness, and this is what I'm worried about with the Blood Bowl thing. Now, the season thing, I don't know if this is going to go right off the bat, or they'll wait a month for game release. But if a faction is right off the bat, the question you're going to ask yourself is, who is it? And this is where we're going to have some people might, you know, say, you know, like, if the team's available during, like, using the warps tokens, which you can get in the game, say for example, a faction can be purchased for, say, let's put them out. Let's put it in the ballpark here. Let's say a faction is worth 1,000. Let's use 1,000 warp tokens as standard. So you have to. There'll be different types of how much tokens you're willing to get. So, say for example, 100 tokens is £1. 500 tokens is something like probably usually around the ballpark of £7. 1,000, you're looking at probably 15 quid. That's what I'm guessing. Now, it's not confirmed. I've got no confirmation or concrete about the pricing, but this is what I'm guessing. Given how I have seen my fair share of these kind of battle passes, and let's be honest, anyone who's played Fortnite, Overwatch, Call of Duty, anyone who's seen a battle pass knows what I'm talking about, and this is what's worrying to me. Because if that's the case, that the factions can still be acquired after the season, because I'm pretty sure they will be acquirable after the season, because I doubt they'll say, right, if you didn't get in this season, you lose them outright. I don't think they would do that. I would think they would have a way of saying, right, you can still get them, even if you don't complete the season. They'll say, oh, okay, you can, you know, buy them in the store for X money or X tokens. I wouldn't be surprised if that's in there. If not, ooh, that's a problem. Now, like I said, we don't know which factions are going to come out because that's another problem as well. What happens if the faction you're not interested in? Let's say, for example, the first faction is, oh, I don't know. Let's use, I know. Let's use Underworld, for example. Underworld's the first faction, as an example. But you're not interested in Underworld. And, you know, you might decide to give the season a miss. Or do some of the seasons just to get the tokens. And if you don't reach the faction, you're not a loss. So basically, this is kind of those things where it's like it could go one way or another. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people will be wanting their own personal faction to show up. Whether it's Korn, whether it's Nurgle, Snotlings, or them. So a lot of people will be, you know, wanting to get their hands on their own faction. Whether or not this works or not, all depends on the price. As long as the price is not egregious or absolutely, you know, ridiculous, I think we'll be alright. But if it is like Overwatch and the greed is ridiculous, then there could be some issues for this game. And I'm hoping it's not the case, because to be honest, I know a lot of people don't like battle passes. I mean, I don't mind the free battle pass side of it. I don't mind that. What I get a gripe at is when some of the good stuff is locked behind a ridiculous paywall and the price is ludicrous and it's not worth the value of a mission. Now, some of you might say, well, they've got to make money somehow, and I agree, they've got to make money, but surely they could have went with DLC option with the teams at least. That way, you're still going to get them. And leave the battle pass for like, you know, for cosmetics and that, but that's me. But what do you think? Do you like the new battle pass system that they're bringing in? Are you opposed to it? Are you for it? Are you concerned about it? What do you think? Anyhow, that's it for this video. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you on the next Let's Talk. Catch you later.